So
I feel like you'd rather not watch.
something.
You gotta go from a pair of panties to a pair of bloomers.
So the thing is, inside of One Piece, there's an individual who can transform himself into a jacket and strengthen the person who wears him. Therefore, if you wanted an isekai where an
We're
individual
now
were
live,
was,
by the way.
and I'm following this through a pair of pants for whatever reason, Ron, then it's possible. It could end up being that they are a magical piece of clothing that serves to incredibly enhance the body of the person who wears them, thus leading to a whole story where it can be about overcoming shame, sort of like what Kill la Kill had to do in order for Ryuko to unlock more of Senketsu's power.
I'm deeply concerned by everything that everyone has said currently.
That's like borderline hentai. I don't want that shit.
Hey, I mean, you ever watch Kill la Kill? It's good.
No, I watched that episode and I felt so horrible that I stopped watching.
It's so funny.
Hello and welcome.
It's actually pretty funny. It's a good spoof.
It's a pretty good show.
Like, you know, that show on like a shonen the thing.
It's a pretty funny show. It's not
you have
pleasant.
This tomboyish main character who, to get powerful, has to get more naked.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's really.
It's also that she needs to overcome the shame that she feels in her body, so that she can bear all of who she is to everyone without feeling any shame for herself.
So does that mean that her old ability?
It sounds like the armor has a kink.
I mean,
armor does have a kink.
Pretty much does, honestly.
Getting more naked
And,
to
like,
get
it's
more
forcing
powerful
it
is literally
upon
just
the
Jack
girl.
Taxi's MO.
Yeah. Also, the clothing, the piece of clothing, which is alive, mind you, technically does have a kink because it needs to draw in her blood to get powerful.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Don't worry, it's just don't stab her a lot. Anyway, so welcome everybody to another episode of Jumpchain News. Don't worry, this is a usual beginning, so if you're concerned by it, I am too. Hi, Pocket.
I want to know. So, Sin, when did it start? Did they hear about my isekai idea?
No, I don't think. I think it started when Korin was taught like the kind of like 3 words into Korin's sentence there. So.
All right.
Pocket's always concerned. Yeah, don't worry, Pocket. We're in the same boat here. Glad you're joining us. But yeah, so welcome again to.
I'm not in the same boat because I hate boats. Because seas are scary.
That's fair. Welcome to what the fuck happened to Megan's character? Where? What? Wait, what? No, I was just looking at her character. Did you?
That was funny.
There were 2. Now there's 1. What?
Magic.
What?
I don't know what happened.
All right. Well, I'm going insane. Anyways, so. We're going to be kind of finishing up this bit up until the summer festival today. Trying to get that stuff along. So if you guys want to join us tomorrow as well at 7 p.m. PST for the villain side, we're going to be doing the exact same thing. And then the next 2 weeks after that, we're going to be doing continuation videos from heroes to villains, so we can kind of wrap up that stuff. Before summer comes. Well, actually, it's like the beginning of spring. So really, it's spring cleaning we're doing here today. So, but yeah. So which of you two would like to go first, Aki or Safinia?
Let's do Safinia first.
Okie dokie. So, let me move out to here, I believe. Yes. So, if I remember correctly, last episode, you made plans with Diana about 8-ish. No, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Was it? Yes.
Same time as
Aki's therapy. Yeah.
Therapy.
Yep. Okay, so, Korin, which map do you want me to use?
I'm sorry, my brain shut off for like several seconds there, so I didn't hear anything that was said.
Well, which map do you want me to use for Diana? I remember you had a specific place in mind, but I don't remember which one it was.
Your brain just restarted itself, it's fine.
We tried turning it off and on again.
When in the world did I want a specific thing?
I don't know. I don't really have most of my other maps here, so we could use
anything that isn't her workshop.
Okie dokie. In that case,
That terrifies me.
we'll go with God, I hate the fact that I don't have all my maps here that I had on my other account. But I have many of the other characters. That's always nice. We'll go with this map because this is a very commonly used one for us for some reason.
God, I hate that you keep using this for every campaign.
Well, yeah, I've used it for 2. Well, okay, yeah, I've used it for all 3 of my campaigns so far. But that's because it's a good map. I started on Fallout though. Where are your guys' characters? Characters.
It's here and it ain't gonna go away.
No, it needs to die.
It
Just
will
let it
never
die.
die. Do I not have Diana's token on this side? I guess that would make sense, considering. Okay, imagine Diana's there while I go fetch her token.
Ooh, imagination.
Imagination Nation. Just remember where I put her token. But anyway, so yeah, you're walking into this area, which she basically told you to go to at one point or another earlier that day. And she gave you the address. You started going to the address, essentially. And this is essentially where you guys ended up. Dunk. Dunk. Corin, describe how she finds her.
You see the blonde-haired, lab coat-clad woman just leaning up against a wall. She seems to be smoking something,
Oh goodness.
presumably a cigarette.
She doesn't look different from the JoJo jump, does she?
She looks practically identical.
Yeah, there's definitely a moment where Safina just pauses and looks at her. Just a feeling of dread crawling into the bottom of her stomach. Before kind of like looking around to see if anyone else was gonna show up. I'm
You're the
guessing no
one-
one else does.
Nah. You're the one Tanya sent? She doesn't actually look at you as she calls.
She jumps a little. Yeah. You're, okay. Yeah, I guess you're the one I'm supposed to meet since you know me. I'm gonna close her.
You got anxiety or something? You're looking jumpy.
No, I mean, my best friend just went through something yesterday, so I'm just trying to work through it.
Right. Well, hopefully things relax about that. She kind of drops a cigarette on the ground and stamps it down. When she steps away, though, you note that there aren't any remnants of it whatsoever.
Spooky.
Tanya said you've got trouble controlling your inner demons.
Yeah. Well. Oh, fuck. You know what? I realized that I didn't get to name it yet, but I have a name that I've always just loved.
Oh.
It's kind of cliche though, but
Do it
I
anyway.
I always liked the name Nobunaga, one of the kings or princes that tried to take over all of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So.
Lord Nobunaga.
Mm-hmm.
Get it right.
Nobunaga. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but it has a name now. It's Nobunaga, I think.
Wait, fuck. So the big beast is now called Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I gave it a name to try and personalize it.
So the big beast is the boy?
Can be.
Honestly, it's a manifestation of her weird emotions and mental state. So technically, it's no gender, but also technically
I wanted
is
a prince
a
to be
gender.
my hero, so it's no.
Oh my god. your
No,
demon is your hero.
I don't think he was very much of a priest to that temple.
I feel like he's killed a lot of people in the past. But
Good
If we're
God.
going off of that assumption, then wouldn't a better name be Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga.
I don't know who that is.
No, that's not a prince.
That's Russian.
Or a male figure.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if she's going more for, like, a demon-esque woman thing ideal.
Nobunaga was
I like my
more-
Nobunaga.
Yeah.
It's Nobunaga.
Anywho,
Yeah.
so
She
yeah.
nods. Interesting name.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of worked on it together a
Mhm.
bit.
You're communicating with it then?
Somewhat. I mean, it's still kind of hesitant around me, and me to it, but trying.
It's hesitant around you.
Yeah.
Alright. Are there any specific circumstances that let you call out to it? Let you invoke its power?
Invoke its power? I mean, I can talk to it inside of my mind if I concentrate. Or I can turn into it.
Huh.
But when I do that, it overrides my mind, and we can't really work as a team together.
Why not?
Well, its emotions are just, and its emotions run so high that I get drowned out. So it kind of rides the show whenever I try to team up with it.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried transforming while completely calm and just letting it, I guess, rest? Tried communicating with it? Not exactly taking control, but if the problem is that when you transform, its emotions are really high, what happens if it calms down while still being transformed?
Oh, I've been able to, well, yeah, at those times I've been able to stop and somewhat communicate with people. I could definitely give it a try.
She shrugs. Go ahead. If you get too active, I've got a few sedatives that'll still work on something regardless of the size to help keep you calm.
Let
Thanks.
me sense for this one. See if you can transform without upsetting your emotions. Hey, 17. That's not a bad roll. So you do in fact start to transform. As you do so, you do feel its presence, gaining more of a weight in your mind. Usually in your form, it kind of sits in the back a little bit, and just is kind of like a secondary sense to you. When you transform into your full size, which is quite a bit bigger than your usual size, it does move to kind of like the forefront, and you kind of shift back into its place, more or less. You two are like kind of shifting sides. You do notice that you have significantly more control over it than you had before, although it is the primary brain, I guess, at the moment. It does seem a little bit hesitant around her, a little bit tensed, but at the moment it's not doing anything.
It is worth noting, Sin, that to the beast, it'll probably be able to sense that Diana's right arm is a beacon of energy, incredibly potent, powerful, compressed energy of a similar but distinct nature from it. It can basically sense that she is exuding an insane amount of demonic energy.
Which it would then translate into Safinia's brain. You can't quite see her properly, as she is not moving. It's kind of almost foggy where she's standing, but that demon energy is making pretty much a beacon of light, effectively, in your weird vision.
Okay. Is this my full form? Like,
Yeah.
I upgraded all the way?
No, this is your, about 16 foot tall.
Regular?
Yeah. Well, 14 foot tall, technically. Yeah, your fully upgrade is about 16 feet, but this is about your 14 foot. This is it not straining, not kind of doing anything. It's just, you turned into it at the moment.
So I think at this point I can speak through it.
Yeah.
Because I have mimicry. So I do speak down to her and say, I can talk through the voice. And it's going to sound, obviously not like
distorted,
her voice, but very...
gravelly, and monster-esque, but is fairly understandable.
Yeah, this is the first time that I've transformed without everything being heightened up.
Mhm.
Definitely feels more like teamwork here.
I see.
You
And
do
this is
note
your
that you are
quirk?
definitely the passenger seat at the moment when you're in this form, similar to how it's the passenger seat when you're in your human form, but it's definitely a lot more control than you normally have. Mhm.
I'll say that. Look like I have full control over everything that I can do as without this body. Well, not in this form, but
Mhm.
it seems like it has more control.
I see.
That makes sense.
And this is your quirk?
Mhm.
Well, one of them, I was going to try and train it so that it could use my others, but I don't know where to start on the teamwork.
Others, in plural, on top of the current. You have 3 or more quirks?
Holding on, yeah.
Technically, she's gonna move back on 1 or 2 feet, 1 or 2 paws, and say, well, not move back, but like shuffle side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, well, maybe like 2, I think. 2 more.
And what are they?
Well, if I'm going to tell you, then you'll probably figure out who I am.
That's not ominous in the slightest.
You should have phrased that differently.
But
When you
I
say
mean,
it like
she's
that, it
very-
makes you sound like a criminal. Like I know you from the news or something.
What? No. I'm.
Where
not
else would I know you
vampires.
from?
Big sigh. Can I
Hmm?
out from this form?
Yeah.
Shrink back?
You can shift
Okay.
into it at will, although it is somewhat tiring for you as your body is completely changing. But as you go down again, your center balance is off, and you notice the presence of your beast again shifts over to the side while you come into the forefront, essentially. Your whole center balance is a little bit off at the moment, and you're slightly more tired, but for the most part, you're okay. You didn't actually strain yourself or anything. But you're now back in your normal form.
Well, she's wringing her hands together and is trying to form the words well. There's just this sense of guilt riding on her shoulders.
You're a jumper, aren't you?
Yes. She's squeezing her hands together. It's very hard for her to continue. Yeah.
Explains why Tanya was interested in me helping you out then.
Right. But if she knew who I was, I feel like she wouldn't really feel that way anymore.
Someone that both of us would recognize, huh? And a jumper to boot. You're from that other team.
Yeah.
Let's see. You're a woman.
Yeah.
Stop me if I'm wrong, but based on the guilty look on your face, you're the one who killed that other kid in the lava.
She flinches really hard.
I forgot you did that.
Shot through the
Murder!
heart.
Yay!
I forgot that was a thing.
Gonna have to save the damn boy.
Yeah. Her hands are like knuckle knight.
Knuckle
white as
knights.
she is not even looking at Diana anymore. I'm really, really sorry. I'm not going to say that it wasn't me because it was. But I know I can't do anything about it, but I'm really sorry. I don't even know what happened to him.
You regret it, right?
Yeah, I do a lot.
What did you do to express that regret? Did you do anything? Remembrance, atonements, anything like that?
She keeps looking down.
Did you at least pay your respects? Did you even pray for him?
I would imagine she has.
I keep having these nightmares of him. It's just I'm trying to be someone that I can just be someone that I want to be, not a monster of how everything turned out.
If you regret one kill that much, you probably aren't a monster. Still, if you want to achieve some sense of closure, I'd recommend focusing on that. I'm not about to go passing judgment just because you killed a man.
Thank you.
Now, fact of the matter is, I'm here as a favor to Tanya, and she seems partial to you. Overall, chances are that even if you told her, she probably wouldn't hold it against you too bad. Though, can't be sure about that. Tanya's always been the moral backbone of the contractors. Either way, I'm here to help you out with your abilities as part of my duties to a friend. Whether or not you also happen to be a killer has no bearing on my conduct here.
But you don't have to. If you hate me, then just say so, and I'll just go.
She quirks an eyebrow up. Why would I hate you? Congrats, you killed a guy that I knew for all of 2 weeks. The rest of the Cleafaw, they might have been interested in it, might have been attached to the kid, but keep in mind I'm a jumper. I've been for a little while now. You think when he had attached to someone like that? 10 years had gone by, I never would have seen him again. Hell, I don't know how long it's been for you, but it's been decades for me. Getting attached to something like that? Not my thing.
Then you're still going to teach me?
Yeah? Why wouldn't I?
I guess I thought I just wasn't worth it.
If that's your view on people who've killed others, you might want to rethink me as your instructor then. Been alive for the better part of 2 centuries. If you think my hands are clean, then you're a bit too misinformed.
Jesus.
She's staring at her with wide eyes now.
You look good for 200.
Wouldn't have guessed.
If you're that against killers, you're gonna need to find another instructor.
No, I just didn't want to feel the guilt anymore. Or I still do.
Well, good luck with that. Stuff doesn't fade for a long time. Not when you actually regret it.
Right.
If you feel bad, I don't know, make a shrine for the guy. offer him some prayer. Remember him. I know the Qliphoth. Most of them probably moved on. Maybe not Gaia, but Beatrice ain't paying attention. Johann, maybe. And I don't think he had much family. Keep his memory alive while you're a jumper, and that should be atonement enough, right?
I don't know, I guess.
Shrugs. If whatever it is that makes you feel better, go for it. You're a jumper. Prioritize your mental health. Otherwise, you're not going to make it through very many more decades.
She stops wriggling her hands again and looks a little bit more put together.
Laughs and
Gotta love reference to poor mental health.
So, what now?
well, I got called to help you control your inner demons, but honestly, it looks like you somehow managed to pull it off in the time between when you spoke to Diana and now. I cleared up my entire afternoon for this.
It's not a very happy
That is
friendship.
to say, I've got time. What are you looking to learn? I'm a repository of information. And this time around, we're not enemies. I didn't get
At
orders
least for the
to
time being.
I didn't get orders to terminate you this time around. Unlike last time, CO isn't interested in ending your group's career.
Oh, well, I guess that's good.
Well, you do know how to control your beast to make it so you can sit in its mind. Your ability to flow with the beast is untested. Yeah, that might be.
Well, the things that I have working on right now is just, well, working in tandem with Nobunaga so I can use my other abilities alongside in its form, since I haven't been able to do that yet.
And so it doesn't go
what,
on rampage.
Live combat training?
Yeah, which was why I was gonna head out to the Grand Canyon, but I don't know.
Yeah, I remember the report on your ability. Thanks to that old shark tooth contractor. Not the same kind of contractor as us. You might remember the guy. Sharp teeth. That, I think, leopard print jacket.
Did he steal my ability?
Yeah. He had a report on it on his phone.
Oh yeah, she does this slightly peeved look before she just shakes it away. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. You need a postcard or something, right?
Mhm.
Some sort of image.
Maybe.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
See?
I had a dumb thought for a second. Yeah.
You already got one, or do you want me to, I guess, print one off?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch.
Cool.
Ruffles through her bag.
Take us to the Grand Canyon. Hopefully, we don't scare the crap out of any tourists when they see a giant monster running rampant in it.
Well, yeah, I guess
You're welcome.
after that we'd probably have to find a new place to go. But
Yeah.
she opens up a portal.
Alright, cool. So you guys are going to train for a bit. And while you guys train, we're going to look at, that's pretty much next 4 months of your existence is trying to make it so your beast doesn't go on a rampage without you being able to control it and maneuver it. So you're God knows where. And Akia, so you just had your therapy, which was, well, nice would be an interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
But it was therapy.
Right, yeah. Therapy is therapy, man.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks 90% of the time, but you know.
They-
Well, at least this kind of therapy, this
Yeah.
special kind of therapy sucks.
Yeah. When your
But
therapist
regular
is actually
therapy,
a villain.
Yeah.
yeah, right.
When he's manipulating
Yeah.
with your brain, you know.
Regular therapy, highly recommend. This kind of therapy, 0 out of 10, negative 1,000. Do not recommend.
As it turns out, you should not have a person who is actively trying to break you down at the mental level as your therapist. Yeah, shocking.
Yeah, you
no.
really shouldn't.
Alright. So-
I thought that Sophia was gonna come with her to the meet.
Yeah,
Johan
but you're
for like
fucking in
backup.
Grand Canyon now.
We have cell phones, and I told you we were gonna meet up in like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Diana said that she took off the entire afternoon. So
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
get
you
your
can take a
baby.
break.
yeah. Take
So-
a break.
You finish up your therapy, which probably took like an hour or so. You can choose to call Sophia if you wish to, as the therapy ends.
Yeah,
Do
just
you
be
want
ready
to
to
back
pay
up or do
long
you not?
distance rates.
God. Can I'm gonna I'm gonna start walking to Tanya because Tanya said to find her after the therapy in the hospital. As
Mhm.
I'm looking for Tanya, I'm gonna text Safina and be
Yeah,
like,
good idea.
"Yo, I'm done."
Text you. Where you going, broski?
I go text back and be like, to that Johan person's place. You wanted to come, right?
Text back. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, daddy-o.
Hell yeah. Impossible show of courage here. Where do you
Y'all
want
think
me
this
to
is
show
a
you?
joke, but this is how we literally text each other in real life.
God, that's that's
How you
horrifying.
doing, Poseidon, god of the Broshin?
No, we call each other broski doodle. Don't you know?
Broski, home slice, bread slice, where you want me to show
Home
up?
slice, bread slice,
Home
dog.
slice. What
Home slice,
Home
bread
slice,
slice,
bread
dog.
slice,
Have you not
dog.
heard that one before?
This hurts me.
He's not far enough down in the under trash.
Dude, he doesn't understand our lingo.
I've heard
Understand?
okay, look, I've heard of home slice before, mind you. So yeah.
Home
Home
slice, bread
slice.
slice,
Oh.
dog.
Just like,
Home slice, bread slice, bestest buddy, doggo, palo, friendo mine.
Hey there, buddy, oh Paolo.
Hello,
Heads
friend, no
first.
chum bucket.
Yeah, but
If you take one diddly darn step closer, I'm gonna have the diddly darn snap your neck.
Well, I really darn don't know, but wearing this here make me feel like
Holy
I'm wearing
shit.
nothing at all.
All right.
It's been so
Anyway,
long.
I'm trying to
Nothing
find
at all.
Tanya.
Dilly darn,
Oh
oh,
my
snap your
God.
neck. Jesus. Alright.
Diddly darn snap your neck.
I'm gonna
Hey
get
there.
this silly hole.
This is horrifying. Okay. The Idol Tower is a fairly well-known spot inside of the town.
Well,
So
first,
probably.
she said she was dropping by Tanya, since Tanya requested that she speak first.
Right. Okay.
Because Tanya had to
Everyone
give me
has to-
something or other.
Mm-hmm.
This
Okay.
is the miracle of Undertale.
I see. This is why I need my. Okay, hold on. Let me.
A Thundertail.
It'll be
Oh,
quick,
there it
though.
is.
When Akia appears near Tanya, Tanya's gonna toss something right at Akia for her to catch.
Is she gonna catch it?
Pretty easy, too. As you are now holding the healing gourd.
Why am I holding this?
Johan wanted it as a bargaining chip. You hand that over, and whatever you want out of him, he will give it to you wholesale. But you'll be an interim. I'm striking a deal with the man.
Okay then.
It's only deeply concerning.
Just slightly. Anything else you want me to pass along to him?
Nah. Ask whatever you want. You'll bend over backwards for that thing.
Okay.
I'm off to continue healing people with the power of, I guess, magic now?
Power
more drugs
of
for me.
love. Okay.
Oh, but if you do learn anything about Jack, keep me in the loop.
Of course.
Okay.
And that was pretty
Always.
much it.
Yeah. Anything, nothing specific you want me to ask about?
No, you're the one who's got the questions.
All right, I will head over there then.
All right. Good luck, and don't take any additional deals unless you have to.
I would rather not become an idol star.
It's the least of your problems if you end up dealing with that devil.
Great, thank you for that. I'll call you after I'm done there.
Cool. Later.
Later. Now walk over to the tower.
Takes
Later,
you a little
Gator.
bit to get over there, which gives Sophia some time to set up her break time before you'll eventually get over here to this idol tower. Which is it's a fairly nice tower, honestly. It's quite large, quite a few floors inside of it, but it's fairly nice. So you guys get to the base of the tower and y'all start walking inside. It's a public area. There's no people. You're also in the middle of the day, so it's not like anybody's gonna stop you from walking inside. You have no idea where he is.
I'm assuming there's a reception desk.
Yeah, there's.
I'm gonna walk up to the reception desk.
Okay.
Before you can actually speak, though, a rather chipper voice comes out from the side, as a clearly an idol girl, simple out, Zen,
Okay.
waves at the two of you. You must be Akia and Sophia.
That is us.
Yeah, Johan sent me down to pick you up.
All right. Looks like I don't need to ask my questions down here. Cool.
She seems to give a small wink to the receptionist before gesturing for you to follow.
Boop. This is what she
All
looks like.
right. Yeah, the Braxian.
Yep. You guys head into an elevator, and elevator music starts playing as y'all start slowly going up the elevator.
So are your tails and ear real, or are they fake?
They're real. She gives them a little twitch so that you
Thinking.
can see the floof shift about.
Yoink, yoink.
I twitch mine back, and like the exact same way.
I'm just gonna lean against the side of the elevator watching the both of them.
Her tail seems to floof out in a vibrancy in response, as she seems to have a smug look on her face.
All 9 of mine poof out the same.
I'll take
Smacks.
quality. Well, I'll take quality over quantity.
Ouch!
All right. I will let you know that every single one of my 9 tails is the highest of quality, good madame.
Damn straight it is. I'm gonna hype her up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Man in the corner.
Her tail seems to drift lazily in the air. And you warm them up like a giant's heated pillow.
I don't deal with fire, so no. But
Looks like that's my victory.
I'm gonna reach into one of my tails, and reaching into one of my tails, I'm basically gonna make it look like I plucked one of the hairs, but really I'm just creating a little needle-like thing.
Mm-hmm.
The hairs can become very sharp and deadly.
That doesn't sound very cute.
I will have you know, I groom my tails for a very long time every day to make sure they look flawless.
Yes, but you
He
can also
does.
stab people with them. And
Yes!
stabbing isn't very cute.
You want to know what's also not cute? Burnt skin.
Yes? She kind of blinks once. So?
So I'm saying you're gonna burn people.
She tilts her head slightly to the side. Huh. Well, that would be a first, wouldn't it? I suppose I'm just not familiar with hurting people with my tails. The thought never would have occurred to me.
No, she's. Oh,
hear that ding of the elevator as you get to the
My
desert
ears are
floor.
flat against my head, and I'm like glaring the shit at her. I am.
Oh,
If I could kill her, she would be 20 feet under with my stare.
I just blinked. What did I just miss?
They're having a cute off apparently.
Zen's smugness radiates off of her as she takes several steps forward before she relaxes a bit. I'm just messing with you. Chances are Johan's gonna push for you to join the company, and if you do agree, friendly beef between a couple of Fox-based characters is the only way to differentiate us. Might as well see how that chemistry works. Like copper in fire.
Let's just get this over with.
Sure. She opens the door, and you can see through it Johan seated at the desk. He looks almost identical to when you last saw him, Sophia.
I make a face.
Is
That's
he-
like a half. It looks like a
Sir.
this face. It looks like a this face.
Does he look the same as he did in the hospital? Or does he
Yes.
look better now?
Oh, he does look a bit better, yeah. You notice that he is still a bit pale, and he does seem to have a handkerchief in hand, but he's not nearly as bad.
It's not coughing
Okay.
up a lung. Or several.
Okay.
Well, it's been a little while, hasn't it? It's good to see you again, Nakia. And color me surprised to see you again.
Right. I wasn't expecting to see you in this jump.
Yes. What was your name then, Robin?
Right. It's Sophia now.
I see. I'll be careful not to mix them up.
She nods her thanks.
I
Now,
just kind of look at her a bit confused. I look between them a little bit confused and a bit sus. But I kind of just brush it off for now. I'm gonna ask her questions later.
now, what can I do for a pair of jumpers that decided to grace my office with their presence?
I needed some answers to some questions, and Tanya said you were the person to go to for these answers.
Well, she's as well informed as always. I can give you the answers. What are you going to pay me with?
I pull out the gourd that Tanya gave me.
I see. He extends his hands out to take it.
Not until I get my answers.
Oh, ye of little trust.
I don't
be it.
trust anybody as far as I can throw them.
Ask away.
That's-
If it means gaining access to that item, I have a vested interest in providing you with my assistance.
Alright. First, I would like to know how he's back.
Oh, you mean from the news?
Yes.
Well.
Jack the Stitcher.
To be frank, the information you're seeking is a bit difficult. Even according to my sources, he should be dead. There should be no living remnants of Jack the Stitcher. And of course, the actual needlework suggests otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
You're not allied with him?
Goodness, no. That man is a moral degenerate and a piece of serial-killing filth.
Jesus.
Sense motive on that.
Well, sense.
Oh, it's an 8.
It's not a very high DC.
I'm not ordinarily the kind of person to pass moral judgments, but I've seen Jack's work. The man is a selfish, egotistical, self-centered prick.
You can tell he is completely honest about that.
What did he do to you?
For the most part, he's been scaring my girls. And hell, more than a few of my boys as well. They put on a tough face, but... well, it's clear enough.
That son of a bitch, he's been scaring all the femboys. God damn it.
Scaring the traps.
The traps is scary.
That motherfucker, he needs to be stopped now.
Not my
That sentence
traps.
almost sounds bad, but with context, that sentence is just kind of funny.
Alright. Now you can tell he's completely honest. He does not like Jack.
I've turned over a new leaf myself. Here I am, a respectable, cutthroat business shark, just doing his best to survive in a business of idols. And then there's him, ruining our day. Most importantly, news coverage on the day of Zen here had to get cut short. The very day of her debut idol concert, Jack the Stitcher had to make an appearance and launch an attack on a Mugen instructor. Frankly, Jack was more sensational in the news. Zen's wasn't trending on Twitter. You can see my frustrations.
Of course, being a business shark, you would need all the social media you can gather.
Exactly. Clout is the one resource you can't easily buy for direct
I
cash.
hate that word so much. It's the worst word in the English language.
Clout?
Moist.
I am fine with moist. I don't know what it
I'm
is
not
about
wet.
that word.
Oh, Sophie, it was just like,
I don't know what it is,
Bruh.
but something about clout makes me very uncomfortable.
What the hell is a clout?
It's basically like social standing. It's you're gaining favor with the public.
Mhm.
You're trending on social medias. You're getting tens of thousands of likes on Twitter, Tumblr, or whatever the fuck you're posting on.
influence of power, especially in politics or business, or a heavy blow with a hand or hard object.
Now, as you can tell, I'm interested in having him dealt with as well. That's why I've been requesting certain individuals get looked into, particularly the one once known as Boy.
Boy,
Boy.
why would
Boy.
you want to look into him?
Why wouldn't I be interested in Jack's old student?
Oh, now see, I didn't know that.
And consider that the first bit of helpful information. Something new that'll bring me a step closer to that gourd.
Yeah. Now, what do you know about his new MO? Because it doesn't seem to be the same.
He's not choosing his targets like Jack. Hell, the most recent sighting of his body, or of a body he left behind, I mean, I think it was just this morning. Well, a new body was found. They haven't reported on it yet. It's odd. This time the body was entirely exsanguinated.
Huh?
The blood was drained.
Ew.
Yes, it doesn't match the ordinary MO. Jack used to leave the majority of the body intact. Better to retain the strength of the canvas, I suppose.
Mhm.
So, you think what,
So the
Boy is
newest...
taking up the mantle?
No.
No.
I highly doubt Boy, because he's with Faye, remember?
His eyes narrow slightly. We may be speaking of a different one. This boy you're talking of. He's associated with Faye?
Yeah, Fakenstein. Wittgenstein just referred to his partner as boy the entire time he was around.
I see. That individual isn't the one I'm referring to. Though I suppose it makes sense. Faye idolizes Jack. To a, frankly, absurd degree. And given that that's being said in this building of all places, I think you can understand the extent to which I mean.
Yes, I do.
It's likely that Faye took on his partner and refers to him as boy in reference to Jack's former partner.
Hmm.
So, Faye could be copycatting? Or is it Jack literally back?
He gives a small shrug. I would lean more towards the first than the second, but I've seen Diana and Tanya's handiwork. For all I know, Jack could survive all sorts of horrible things. The exsanguination process might be a necessity. Who knows? Perhaps Jack has become an entity less demonic and more vampiric. Still, I would bet more money on Faye taking up the old mantle.
Especially since the MO isn't the same.
Yes.
Though. What else do you have on the new Jack, I shall say?
He's only been active for a scant few days. The media may have received the information and reported on it only this morning, but the body was found. The body with the stitching saying Jack's back was found several days ago. The
Oh,
fact
really?
that he continues to be active now. At least as far as I can tell. I'm investigating his appearances. I've even reached out to another party. Someone by the name of Farsight is very interested in the goings of Jack. The idea of Jack being back. Well, he seems as vested in it as I.
Farsight is an interesting fellow for sure.
Yes. From what I hear, he's been taking more visitors recently.
Oh?
Yes. The exact details as to who they are escapes even me. But, given that fact, there's only one organization they could be associated with. For Farsight to be interacting so closely with members of a Villains Association, or perhaps the Syndicate, it suggests that he has a lead. It's not often you see a so-called hero dirtying his hands like that.
But it wouldn't be the first, nor probably the last that'll happen.
Yes.
Do you have pictures of this newest body that hasn't been reported on?
The newest one? I have several images. Are you sure you're comfortable with it? I gained access to the report on the incidents. The one involving that poor boy. Washi, was it?
Yeah.
Well, you're jumpers, which means that regardless of your physical appearance, you are adults. If you wish to torment yourself with images of more corpses, so be it, as long as it gets me in my gourd. He reaches into his desk and pulls out several papers. They seem blank at first, until a small amount of energy seems to course around them. Setting them down,
Did he
they...
just fucking use chakra? Like the chakra cards from Naruto?
The energy shifts, and you can start seeing the images, and it is nauseating.
What are, looking from a medical perspective, what are the differences between what I gathered on the first image that showed on the news this morning between this image?
For one thing, the image of this one is completely exsanguinated. the blood was drawn out. This person is dry. The skin is craggly and cracked due to that fact, and the stitch work, it's as immaculate as ever, but painting on an inferior canvas will always reflect the quality of the final work, one could say.
Mm-hmm.
It's not this, it's nowhere near the same as what you first saw when you first saw Jack's images, and it isn't even as close to Jack as what you saw inside of the pictures on the news. This is someone, they're attempting, whatever's going on here, whoever's attempting the stitching knows how to stitch like Jack. They stitch exactly like Jack.
But it's not.
Whoever's doing it isn't using the same canvas as Jack. They're sanguinating, they're weakening the quality of it, and from the seams of things, as he shifts the papers a bit to show you images from the autopsy, even entire internal organs were taken, just outright removed from the body, and have not been found. That's not Jack's MO. Jack, traditionally, never had need to take out organs.
But from what little I gathered from Faye takes organs and stitches them onto herself.
Johann nods. I do hope that I haven't furthered your unfortunate trauma.
What are you talking about?
I have eyes in a great many places, especially for those who consort with my fellow contractors. Or did you think that I was unaware of the fact that you had a therapy appointment today?
Dun, dun,
You chose
dun.
to interact with Tanya.
Yeah.
You chose to put yourself in the eyes of those around her. You have power, Akia. And I have no intention of taking my eyes off you for even a second.
Wanna be my idol?
Could have phrased that different, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Now, do you have any further questions, concerns, elements of mystery which you wish to have elucidated?
How close are you finding to Boy?
He disappeared almost entirely. Not through any factor solely himself, though. Someone covered him up. Once he left Jack, well, it was a very sudden departure. And I have reason to believe I may have located Boy, in fact. I dare say I know his exactly where he has been resting his head, so to speak.
Oh.
Yes. Such an interesting thing, but unfortunately, even for the Gord, I can't exactly clarify that information at this time. It would be in violation of one of my contracts, and very few things do I value as much as those.
I see. Then what can you tell me about it?
I can tell you that you don't need to worry about Jack's Boy. He did not take up the mantle. He is not a master of stitch work. He seemingly has no interest in such things. I can guarantee you, there is no chance on this earth that Boy is the one who has been attending to Jack's work again.
If you can guarantee that, that leaves one person who would be able to replicate what Jack has been doing.
Yes, and he seems adamant to escape my grasp. but each body he leaves behind is yet another clue. Alongside Farsight, I have every intention of capturing him and bringing him to justice for his crimes, both in the eyes of the people and for inconveniencing my agency.
I feel like the second one is why you're doing this. You don't really care about the first one.
Idols run on charisma, on the power of the heart, the ability to open yourself. And the more that time goes on, the more I view TV, that I watch the videos on the internet of my girls, and the more I find them talking with trepidation about recent news. I have no interest in my girls having their minds so fixated on serial killings that they cannot enjoy their work. If they do not enjoy it, neither will the viewers. Viewership will go down. The agency will fail. This needs to be a place where all of my workers can love their jobs. And a serial killer is a bit of a thorn in their sides that I will extract with extreme prejudice.
I see.
Though, that does bring me back to a previous point. I don't suppose you've thought any about becoming an idol.
Still not becoming an idol.
Well, the offer will stand. Pitting you and Zen against one another as up-and-coming idol rivals, seeking to hold the same sort of moe fox girl slots, could make for some very interesting narratives.
Her ears go flat against her head. She's like slightly glaring and her tails poof out a bit as he talks about that. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna look at her and say, I know you could be more popular than her. I know you can do it.
I wouldn't
Not
go
the
that
kind of hype
far,
I need
but
right now.
Number
Not the
one
kind of hype I
fan.
need.
Number one fan.
She would though.
the juxtaposition of your white tails alongside your purple hair would create quite the stunning elements. They juxtapose so well, contrast strongly, creating a simplified version of your likeness as art for some sort of channel on the internet wouldn't be too difficult. I could make you a thriving internet sensation.
I do
Meta.
have to say that the description of her is a little bit inaccurate. Her tails have blue tips on them. They're white with blue tips, and her hair is the same. It's just very difficult to find fox pictures that are like that.
Yeah, you know, she's just black with white stripes, not white with black stripes.
Either way, if they're
Flower blue
largely
thorns.
Right.
white, yeah, if they're largely white, then his point still stands.
Right. It's basically she's got, instead of frosted tips on all of her tails and hair, it's blued tips.
I mean, I think you can do it. You have 8 more tails than she does.
We're not here for this. Back on track, please. Thank you.
She's your hype crew.
I understand. I appreciate the hype, but also, is Farsight still in his office?
It's likely the case. I hear he's been burning the midnight oil.
So at least he's not run off somewhere.
If you like, I can put in a call to make sure that he's in his office now if you'd like to drop by.
No, I can make it over there. I need the exercise anyway.
Ah, I merely meant to prevent him from leaving before you arrive.
Meh. It's fine if I get there and he's not there. I'll try again another time.
It would be inconvenient for you. Zen, send a text. Her phone comes out at blinding speed.
Just kind of whips it out.
Fast as lightning. Anyways, yeah.
Did you have any other questions? Anything necessary for me to earn my gourd?
Hmm. I wouldn't suppose you have any information on Faye then.
A relatively recent sighting has it such that he seems to be maneuvering about in the sewers. Any further information than that I cannot clarify, though I imagine given that you work alongside that one instructor, you likely already knew that.
This is true.
If you want more information on Faye, you'll find considerable amounts through the
Farsight.
Farsight. However, if it would satisfy you, I can prepare a dossier of what information I can gather from the syndicate. The less I interact with such known criminal elements, the better, but again, I have no option if I truly desire Tanya's abilities.
Alright. And one last thing, unrelated. Do you know anything about a person named Onyx? And where they could be?
He tilts his head slightly. That's an odd question. That's the name of... Oh. The young man that disappeared, yes? The one that seemed to know that washy boy.
One of the ones, yes.
I don't recall very much information. If you like, I can try to find some, but you'll have to be more specific with your questions.
I just need a location on where I am most likely to find him.
If I give you a bit of information on where to find him, I can give that information. However, I cannot give you why I know, or how I know, or anything like that.
I don't care how or why you have the information. I just need the information.
Sin, how long is it until the, thing?
He will be at the warehouse place, most likely in about 2 months. Based on what
Okay.
Johan would know about the body manipulation, most likely.
So he gives an address. In 2 months' time, you should be able to find him there. He will likely be unconscious at the time.
2 months?
He's run afoul of certain individuals that even I would hesitate to cross.
Of course he is.
Yes, a troublesome young man, but one with a good heart, I'm sure.
That's a funny joke. I'll be there in 2 months' time. Thank you. And she hands over the gourd.
Excellent. You have no idea how valuable this is to my plans.
I would assume it has to do with you hacking up your lungs last time I saw you.
He gives a small smile. Yes. I'll no longer need to be grabbing terminal cancer from patients as long as I have this.
Alright.
He smiles. There are worse things to have in your body. Not many. But this will make my life considerably easier. Thank you for sparing me such pain. Akiya Izanami.
Thank you for the info, Mr. Johan. I don't know why I blanked on his name, but Mr. Johan.
Yep.
If you ever decide that you'd prefer to call me manager, my door is always open. I'm always welcoming such promising talent.
I'm gonna nudge her on the arm.
No, no. she's gonna look at him and like point and be like, no. And then she's gonna look at Sophia and be
Oh,
like,
sad face.
no.
Well, we have 10 years in this world. Well, I suppose I have 9.5, don't I? We have shy of 10 years in this world, and I don't imagine that your appearance will degrade much. Though, I suppose the 20-something fox, unmarried fox lady also has its own appeal, doesn't it?
Who's to say I'm not gonna get married in 10 years?
You're a jumper. Good luck.
Ouch.
I'm done here. I'm done.
Alright.
Her tails are definitely swishing with annoyance.
As we walk out, I'm gonna say to her, "Hey, you should totally have a concert. I'll get those things and we can like leave them in the crowd. It'll be so good."
The fucking glow sticks.
Yeah, the glow sticks.
The giant ass foam fingers. We
And-
are number
yeah.
one. Alright.
Zen does poke her head out of the office with an increasingly smug look. And she's like, yeah, you better run before hopping back in.
Alrighty. No, you want to fight? Come at me. Fight me right now. One on one.
Karaoke battle.
Fight me.
Alright. Gonna speed this just along a little bit here. So you were given information on Farsight's location. I'm assuming you're going to go there?
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sophia, you have to go back to do your thing, right?
You think I'm just wait? Is Farsight like evil or anything?
No, you guys have met him
Farsight's
before. He was the detective.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
You sure you can do this on your own? You don't need like backup?
Nah, I'm fine.
Hype man.
Sure you can talk to one professor on your own?
I can handle this. It's fine. You were in the middle of something, right? When I called you?
Yeah, I was doing something. I think. Or killing something.
Well, you continue what you were doing. We can catch up later. Sleep over at my house tonight?
Yeah. I'll portal over, and I open a portal underneath my feet in peace.
Yeet.
And I yeet myself over to where I'm gonna go talk to him.
So you get all the way to Farsight's office. We're not going to speed this up just a little bit, just so we can get to Ron's bit here. There's Mr. Farsight.
Wait, what's Ron's bit?
Ron's bit is saying the 2 months he's going to wake up and then do that and then interact
Yeah, we
with
have
you
something
most
before
likely.
2 months, my dude.
Do we? Oh yeah, right. You interacting with them as well. Yeah. So we're
You
going...
are, dude. I am.
I was
dead.
don't have Ron interact with your character. That was the. Anyways.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I also have revival stuff because Tanya.
Yeah.
'Cause
Right.
There's a hole
Talking with Tanya.
in my chest.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna get to this. Then we're gonna talk to Dollhouse's thing. Then we're gonna go and find Ron's thing about 2
you
months.
forgot about me.
My brain is only on mostly. Anyways.
I'll try not to drag this out.
Yep. Where is that token? I don't see.
I mean, it's his fault for forgetting, and yeah.
Duke. There we go. So as you walk in, you do notice that Mr. Farsight is in the middle of a conversation as you do walk in. It's a very small room. It's not a whole lot to space
Seems
to
to be
interact.
wearing a considerable amount of armor as he seems to stop and look over his shoulder. You have a guest. Whoops,
Wait.
voice changer.
Do I recognize him?
You have directly interacted with him inside of Get Some Sip, so I believe you would.
Yeah.
You would recognize Boy.
Well, yeah, I also followed him as a fly.
Yeah.
Yep. So you do in fact recognize him.
Boy.
You're that shape changer, aren't you?
That would be I.
What business do you have with a good detective here?
He tips his fedora to you.
About the recent killings.
Funny. That makes two of us.
I've been investigating them for a bit now, since they started appearing. This is unlike Jack. He looks at his wall, which he knows is considerably large now. And
Damn fool. Thought he was trying to carry on. But looks like all he's doing is endangering the both of us.
quite
Okay.
a bit of heat. Turns
I
back to you
assume
as
that's
he
what you
leans
came
against
here
the wall.
for. To investigate Faye's participation in recent events.
Considering he was such a huge fan, and organs are missing, body is drained of blood, that's not Jack's MO. And the people that were killed aren't Jack's MO.
Yeah. Faye's gotten desperate. Man's panicking. He's afraid of living in a world without Jack.
Poor bastard.
Ooh, cry me a river.
Poor bastard. Only pathetic one.
So, how's the search going, I guess? You haven't found anything?
I've been following the good detective orders recently. We've got his location. We're trying to take other steps, though.
We're hoping to see a
Yeah, seems to-
significant
you-
decrease
he's
in
glaring
body
at you.
soon.
Ooh, boys
You
glaring
can
at her.
clearly feel boys glaring. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't really pay him any
We should
mind
hopefully
to
be
it.
seeing a significant decrease in bodies soon. I'd love that number to be 0, but
Significant decrease. That means there's only going to be 1 body versus 2.
1 body versus 7.
Slowing him down. I'm still in his pocket, I guess you could say. It hasn't occurred to him that I take issue with how close to being caught we both are.
Let's see.
You hear a faint jazz sound in the background as Farsight kind of taps a jukebox as he leans against the wall.
The basic gist of it, kid, is that, frankly, I'm going to continue working with Jack. I'll slow him down where I can. With Faye. I'll remind him of Jack's MO, his specific targeting, the way he held off between attacks. That'll slow him down a lot. Meanwhile, we can work towards getting him in a position where he can't possibly escape. A man who can live on as little more than fragmentary chunks of flesh. Someone like that isn't exactly easy to put in a jail cell.
Seeing a lot of that lately.
You can hear a
Well-
light scoff from Boy as he leans against the file cabinets.
Well, I also came over here to tell the detective that if he did need any help with the new Jack, quotation marks, but you guys can't see my fingers,
Mhm.
that I would be willing to help with whatever I can do with all of my ability.
He raises up his fedora and looks at you.
Yes, because you were such a help with the real Jack, weren't you?
My dear, if I need help from Jack, I will certainly be turning to one of the top
You mean help
heroes.
with?
Or,
with
sorry,
Faye?
help with Faye.
I said help from Jack.
I
That's
said
very
with.
different.
If I need help with Jack, I'll be turning to one of the top
Faye.
heroes.
Faye.
Faye. God. That's 3 times we've done this stuff. If I need help with Faye, I'll be turning to one of the top heroes. I would rather you not have an incident like your friend Washi did. I have enough blood on my hands. I do not wish to put yours on it too.
Eh.
Say that like I haven't
Blood
been
on his
training to
hands.
fight somebody like him.
And how long have you been training?
Since that day.
Congrats. It's been what, a couple weeks? Wow. Such amazing progress you must have made. I can't even count that many days on my fingers.
Farsight looks at Faye with a look of
Looks at
distaste.
Faye.
Sorry, looks
mean
at
boy?
boy. God.
Your
Got the name
sarcasm-
right too, just not wrong topic.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
he looks at boy with a look of distaste, as he kind of shuffles some paper to his side. Now, I think the little mystere has been through enough. Is there anything else you wish to ask, my dear?
Mostly came to ask on what you were doing to stop the new killer on the block.
We're slowing him down so we can put him into position so we can capture him once and for all, and hopefully be done with this business. If we strike too hastily, I'm afraid we're going to be seeing a lot more bodies than none. So we're slowing him down quite a bit. Boy here will take precedence in that.
I'll be slowing him down quite a bit, Detective. And in the meantime, you can go back to your training. With enough time, maybe you'll actually be enough to be a threat before we need to capture him. If that comes around, I might actually have to reevaluate your worth.
Right.
Well, somebody like him who has an obsession as complex as this one, just stopping him and capturing him isn't going to be enough. He'll find a way to get out and continue.
That's why we aren't capturing him yet. We gotta figure out a way to permanently capture him. Otherwise, whatever we do after that will end badly.
It had to end badly for Jack. It's going to have to end badly for him if you want this to actually be the end.
I would like to do this with as
Jack
few
and
casualties
Faye
as
aren't
possible.
nearly on the same tier as one another. Conflating the two is foolish.
I'm not saying they're on the same tier, but somebody as obsessed as Faye isn't going to stop just because he got captured.
What do you think a proper prison is for? Something specially made, tailored for him and his abilities.
Yeah, and how long is it going to take to build that? How long are we going to watch the bodies pile on top of each other?
What are you going to do to stop it?
Find Faye.
Yeah. Good luck. I'm still technically pretending to be on his side. As long as I'm undercover. If you track him down, I'll bleed you like a fucking pig.
Good luck.
I don't need
Jesus.
luck. I need somewhere to dump the body.
No. You're right, you don't need luck. You'll need to pray that you make it out of alive then.
Big talk from a high school girl.
Big talk from a boy.
Oof.
He lets out almost bark. Oh wait, whoops.
He lets out an almost barking laugh.
Right. If that's all you see me as, you're as good as dead anyway. Detective, I'll be taking my leave.
He nods.
I've got a real threat to speak with.
Miss Akia, if you would kindly don't follow him. I do not want you to die, dear. And trust
I'm not
me.
that stupid.
And say you were. But I know you have a itching. It's one I feel constantly. Keep yourself alive. Train. Enjoy yourself. We'll handle this side. Try not to worry about it too much. The news should die down soon. Repeated actions are not the most common thing to keep airing, especially something of this well, viewer discretion advised, I should say. We'll keep this on the up and up, and if anything drastically changes, we'll keep you informed.
Do you mean we'll keep this on the down low? Because it feels weird to say the up and up.
Fine. We'll keep this on the down low zone. And if anything drastically changes, we'll let you. We'll keep you up to date.
I'd appreciate that. Though, if you do ever need help, let me know.
He nods. There's always help for some talents. Mine is, not the most useful in this case, unfortunately.
I'll see you around.
He nods.
And I'm gonna head back to the hospital to help Tanya.
Okie dokie. Alright. Let's see. Boy is a dick.
He is!
So,
He's a massive fucking dick.
let's see. So yeah. So that happens roughly almost a week later passes, which is where Wally, I think? Yes, is going to wake up. Let's see. Wally, give me a thingy. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I mean, he's in the morgue.
Yeah.
I assume Tanya would be looking at certain things and, no, hey, it's him. He's dead. You know, that type of stuff.
Mhm.
I mean,
Pulls out the body to examine it.
yeah, basically. I.e., how did he die?
So they look over it. His body is in the morgue. Has been for a little bit. The details on it is
First
John
things first,
Doe.
Tanya's immediately pretty much just going to put her hand right on the chest and detect any trace of life energy.
No.
Is there
Not-
even a small fragmentary part of a soul left?
Depending on what you would consider. See, this is right before, so no. She would, however, notice something trickling in slowly. I.e., demonic energy.
She's going to examine your personal effects, trying to find the source.
None of the items that she sees are giving off that effect. It's like it's coming interdimensional.
She sighs, pulls out a small book, leans against the wall, and mutters, "Don't keep me waiting, Hot Wheels."
As you say that, his body jolts up. Good. It hurts.
Your throat hasn't been moisturized in a week. Do you want a glass of water before you hack up one of your only functioning lung at the moment? The rest of your body needs to wake up.
Just, can you keep me alive for like maybe 5 minutes?
Sure. She snaps her fingers on the hand that isn't holding the book. Hecate manifesting. You feel a faint energy surrounding you. It's very pure and divine, godly energy.
Okay, that stings a little bit. Hey, living is living. As you see a bunch of strings start grabbing things from dead bodies around him. This is gonna be gross.
Well,
Yeah, but
Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, we were doing an autopsy. You can't just take bodies because they're convenient. What the shit?
Well, do you have a better idea right now?
I can make temporary pieces. I can't let you have Mr. Johnson's colon, man.
I think
Not just because of the cancer.
Dollhouse just kind of looks at her. Fair enough. Alright. Well, what did I miss while I was away?
Shit, I barely knew that you were gone.
To be fair, I was stuck in a
was it
wheelchair
when you-
for a week. And then I disappeared for a week.
What? It's been okay. It's been a week. Did they actually remember to inform you about the whole joint festival thing? You know, with UA and Mugen working together?
I was aware, but I left before it really got going. Or actually, what has happened while I was gone?
So the All Might Coming to School was after you disappeared.
Well, he's asking Tanya,
Oh, okay, yeah.
like
Yeah.
actual like current information that he wouldn't know.
So
Yeah.
All Might's at this place, but I guess the information you need to know. See, my friend is training with Sophia. I'm helping out Akia with her training. They both signed up for joining the tournaments.
All right.
And I guess the biggest piece of news about a body was found, stitching in the chest saying Jack's back.
Faye's been busy.
Yeah, seems like it. Once I can get some direct confirmation, that'd be great. But
I mean, I can confirm one thing: Jack's definitely dead.
scale of 1 to 10, how sure of that are you?
A good 9. When you crush something's hurts completely with your fists, and you stare at the body for a good hour, probably, you're pretty sure they're dead when you watch their brain slowly begin to rot.
I see.
Plus,
yeah, that
he's still a
sounds pretty
jumper.
dead. Even if he was, well, I was about to say, even if he was, he wouldn't be able to come back, but I guess I'm staring at evidence to the contrary, aren't I?
And to be fair, I don't exactly sit on the normal rule set.
Yeah,
Well,
I can tell.
I brought in a few extra things this time around. You see him like reach into nowhere and pull out his dog tags, which he does put around his neck. And behind the energy just begins to pulse a bit.
Mhm.
I haven't been like this in
Her
years.
nose wrinkles slightly.
Sorry,
Demon.
a little bit.
Don't apologize, just wasn't expecting that potence out of you. You don't smell like a normal peon, do you?
No. I spent quite a few years when I was back in a place called Doom. I spent quite a few years as a demon. Not exactly because I wanted to, but
Finally, name of a world I recognize.
hey, you been there?
Nah, my first life, it was, well, I played that one that came out just called Doom. It was fun
Oh.
enough.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Hell, that, it was, I think you mentioned, did you ever mention knowing Buck?
He mentioned that Buck wasn't there, but that's about it. He said that to you and
Yeah.
thing as his introduction to you as jumpers.
So Tanya doesn't know?
Doesn't know Tanya
About,
was there.
about that any connection between you. Oh, Tanya was there?
Yeah, she was there. She knows
Yeah.
that Dollhouse is aware of Buck. She doesn't know anything else.
Last jump I had with that Buck guy, you know, I had a stand. Basically a giant punch ghost over my shoulder. Thing was modeled after Doom guy.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't lying, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Want to guess its name?
What, please?
E1M1.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Nah, man. Like 100%.
And that's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I spent
Shake that water right.
Yeah.
She manifests a glass of water with Hecate.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I spent about 10 years there. I spent about 2 as a Marine and then the rest as a demon. It sucked, frankly, but it was entertaining to jump, so that's all that mattered.
Weird. Keep surrounding myself with demons. Diana, Hot Wheels. Johan's got the tongue of one.
To be fair, it wasn't exactly my choice at the time, but when you go around murdering demons for days with a single arm, a knife, and your entire squad's dog tags around your neck in a blood-soaked rage because you were not allowed to die via your commander's orders, and your entire existence is based upon orders, yeah, they got fond of me. A little too fond, frankly. I went around for about 8 years, killing every demon I came across as a Hell Knight, and I actually mutated over time. I am not a very... I'm a very odd demon.
I believe it. You're not the weirdest demon I've ever met. That goes to a certain strawberry sundae loving motherfucker, but... you know, honestly, I ain't too surprised.
Yeah. By the
You
way,
didn't
that
strike
buck
me as
fellow,
normal.
you may never see him again, or you may see him again. I really don't have an answer for you there.
Honestly, not too interested in the guy. Just happens to be that one of my early jumps, God, half a century ago, I jumped with that guy.
He seemed to
Oh,
have
wow.
left an effect on you people, though.
Yeah, guy walked straight into the middle of an enemy base to negotiate with the head of the contractors at the time, to be all like, "Hey, let's turn this espionage game into a fighting tournament." Long story short, most of the folks got their ass kicked. Only one death though.
That's
Guys weren't
kinda
exactly living up to their hero's name, but they weren't exactly murder hobos either.
To be fair about that buck guy, he never liked being a hero. He actually tried to fight jump after that.
Wow. I
Yeah.
assume that he unfortunately did not survive the tragic incident of choking on his own fucking balls.
Kinda. He got slapped. He bit half a jump and cleaned in two. It was an interesting watch, I'll be honest. She slapped him once. Both of them went, "This isn't very fun or satisfying," and he became a planet.
Yeah, fighting a... What? Hold up, what? I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think I can...
So,
What?
the reason I told you guys when I first saw you that the butt guy wasn't here was one, so you didn't go on a blood-soaked rampage looking for him, because no offense, he's a psychopath amongst psychopaths.
I have dealt with worse. At least he could have a conversation. But fucking a planet.
Hey, if you get dragged in, you know why. I don't know what will happen, actually. I know at least that Ron fella's going.
God,
But-
okay. Shit. Now I feel like I gotta tell you.
What?
You know that Axel guy?
Yeah, he
You heard of him?
was the one who put the hole in my chest.
Intimately familiar then.
Not very. I was trying to get him to, have a conversation, and it ended with a hole in my chest and me refusing to fight him because I was trying to talk to him.
Finally, something I can relate to. But no, long story short, give it a couple months, and that Ronix boy or whatever, Ronix, he'll be back.
Oh, God.
Okay. Do I need to go find him or something?
No, nothing like that. I'd say he's in good hands. You don't need to worry about it. Diana would never let someone die on her table. She's got standards.
That's fair. As Dollhouse sits up with a hole in his chest. By the way, you said I couldn't take the organs, right?
Yes. You can't.
Oh my God.
Not all of these people are licensed organ donors.
That is very true. Which ones aren't?
Even you're not on the list, Hot Wheels.
No, but I am a man with a hole in his chest.
And there is an order to these things. I will craft you some organs with Hecate because I'm fucking magic. Stop stealing Mr. Johnson's colon.
Slowly puts it back.
Oh yeah. By the way, just a warning to your group, or rather, I guess, don't kill me if you know what's good for you. If I end up having to come back again, I'm coming back with stuff from Dragon Ball.
Oh, fuck.
I'd rather not be killed again.
Her eyes narrow slightly.
What?
You're serious.
Dollhouse's face goes from his usual, jokative smile to, like, deadpan. No jumper can come back normally, right? I'm here on request of Jump, that's it. I'm not here to fight anyone for Buck in his stead. I'm here purely because of his unique situation. That's why I immediately made contact with you and Johan.
Hot Wheels, I got one important thing to say to you.
Yeah.
When you're back up to full power and after a few more jumps for me, we're fucking sparring.
You see, like, this blank
And you
stare,
better
go
not
from a
hold
blank stare to
back.
smile. I mean, I'd be up for it if you could keep up with it. To be fair, a few hundred centuries of jumps makes you kind of bored. Not many people can fight you. Frankly, this bank system that CO made was actually really neat.
Yeah. I'll pass along the compliments, but, god damn. I wouldn't mind facing off with someone who could on Saiyan level.
It would pain, honestly. When you go there.
Oh shit.
What?
I said, no, she said, no shit.
I kid
it
you not,
painful?
I don't think I've ever had someone beat me so bad. I nearly died. It's just like, it was like Doom all over again. Doom was my first jump, actually. So the only humans I've ever actually held any respect for was those Marines in my squad.
Oh, I'm offended.
To be fair, you're a jumper. Death isn't exactly something that you guys have to worry about too much.
Excuse
just
you,
go home.
not all of us have gone and gotten not all of us have finished our jump chain.
No, but
Death is
even
still
if
a
you go
problem with
home,
me.
you go home twice as powerful as anyone in your world could ever imagine to be, unless they were another jumper.
Yeah, and how long until some asshole jumper with their own spark decides to hop on over to my world? You think I'm gathering power just because I want to be stronger than Joe Schmo down the street? No. I know Jump. I know that as soon as it becomes interesting, she's going to throw some asshat into the middle of my world to kick up some chaos just so that she can see what happens when a retired jumper comes out of retirement just to kick one last ass one last time. Or does that seem out of character for her to you?
You know, I don't think I've ever had a conversation that is quite as relatable as that, granted, when you're from nowhere and you just kind of watch everything daily. Oh.
Yeah. A bit weird to be a watcher. I relate to that.
I mean, to be fair, watching Jump laugh is probably the only thing that I have at this point, but when you live in a box, you know.
Bro, I want to make CO cry.
Do it. He's a pussy.
And I don't care how.
You can.
Damn right.
The compliment is meant because the bank system is thing, but man, that man loses his crap anytime anything out of the ordinary happens. He's probably rolling in his existence, I guess, not grave, because I decided to just walk back in because I have a job to do.
Yeah, dude's gonna throw such a shit fit. You're
To be
clearly
fair, it's not
breaking
like he can't
rules.
It's not like he can't talk to me himself. It's not like we both aren't made by Jump.
Oh, you know that he's gonna be a dick about it, though.
Oh, he's always one, especially about the rules. I have never met a man so uptight in my entire existence. There's been no one I've ever met that is like that. Holy
Feed
crap!
the man whole, he'll shit diamonds.
Oh my god.
You think he hasn't done that already with me once? Should have seen him when I finally finished thinking Dragon Ball. He threw such a fit because I technically found
man.
interesting ideas and did some stuff I probably shouldn't have.
Well, just remember, every precedent that you set is a precedent I'm allowed to exploit. I'm gonna have to pick your fucking brain after a little while. If I'd known you were this interesting, I would have... Fucking no, I'd still have called you Hot Wheels all the way through. I ain't stopping.
I don't really care. I mean, Dollhouse isn't exactly the peachiest name in the world.
Yeah. Now let's get you some fucking organs. Do you want the wheelchair to, I don't know, play into view, or do you just want the whole body?
Body.
Gotcha.
This thing got screwed
I'll
up to
start
high
crafting
heaven because of my own
Hmm?
cockiness.
I'll craft you some up. What's your favorite organ?
Currently, that would be my lungs.
Alright. I'll patch those ones up first. I'd say deep breath, but I don't want air in your lungs. Otherwise, they'll fucking explode. I hope you like the taste of divinity.
Fair enough.
Jesus Christ.
Let's get to work.
Alright, so she starts fixing up you. So about roughly, you guys, he gets fixed up, he goes back to school. He looks.
Before
Pretty
we
decent.
transition away, I'd just like to say that's probably one of my favorite conversations in this entire jump thus far.
Dude, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop stealing Miss Johnson's coal.
But I like this color.
Anyways,
Good. It's nice and healthy.
God. Yeah, so about
He has
roughly...
fucking cancer!
God. So roughly about
I
2
can
months
fix
or so
that.
pass. As things kind of you guys start training more, start understanding quirks a little bit better, start interacting with more people in the schools. Dollhouse comes back after about a week's absence, which is odd to pretty much all of you, but you guys don't wear your mark on it because
Oh yeah,
he
by the
disappears
quick
sometimes.
thing,
Huh?
Sophia, since she has demon sense roll.
Oh yeah, right, cause thing. Yeah, feel free to do a sense roll, Sophia. If she's there.
Mhm.
Hello.
Meg on it.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Feel
You
free
gotta
to roll me a
that
sense
to
roll,
see if
real
you can
quick.
detect demonic energy.
Is it demonic energy?
Yeah.
Sensor.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, she absolutely can.
100%. Yeah. So as he comes back and whatnot, and you guys are at school, you do notice, wow, that's a rampant amount of demonic energy that you feel. Before it was actually, I don't know if he had a lot of demonic energy before.
He actually had none because
Yeah.
he came in here only with the MHA stuff, and then he met a bunch of other jumpers and went, "Oh,
Yeah. So before there was no demonic energy. Now he's come back. He looks like, well, not a new person, but you're fairly used to his face changing, so that's not new. But he has a lot of demonic energy
Notice
inside of
Tanya
him
is
now.
way more open and chatty with him now, though.
So that's kind of odd to you, but I'm assuming you kind of keep that down. Probably say that to Aki a little bit. But anyway, so
Yeah.
so demonic energy pops up, he pops up, you guys are training, all that fun stuff. About 2 months pass or so. If you guys want to see what Ron has been doing at this point in time, go check out tomorrow's episode, which is 7 p.m. PST, which is Villains, which we're going to explain this 2-month time up to why Ron and Axel are actually separated as we pop up to this point. So, Ronnie boy, you wake up. You wake up in a warehouse. Oh, you don't wake up in a warehouse. You wake up somewhere. Alleyway. Let's go with that. You wake up in an alleyway.
It was just dumped there. Nice. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, it's Ron and Diana has to deal with them, so yeah, she's on the side of the road. Yeah. Anyways, you wake up in an alley. Your head is spinning. You honestly don't remember much what's happening. You remember Dollhouse screaming at you in a warehouse before passing out, and then darkness, essentially. She's gonna be at the warehouse, that he'll be at. But, yeah, you are probably about, I would say about 2-minute walk away from the warehouse. You can see the warehouse in the distance. You're
Then
very
he gets
confused.
up- He gets up and he's just, okay, note to self, never do anything stupid ever again. Oh my god. Oh.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That's not gonna last very long.
Okay, what's going on? Where is everything? Last I remember, it was about. Oh yeah, what time was it when he was last awake, so to speak?
You have no idea, honestly. You were inside of the warehouse, and then everything went dark. So you remember it was, when you went into the warehouse?
Yeah, like I mean, like when he went into the
Ah,
warehouse, it was around
um,
what time was it?
It was probably around midday-ish inside the warehouse. Now it's probably about, probably closer to the evening. So from like noon, I would say would be the original time all the way, and now it looks
he
like
can
the
assume-
sun's about to set.
Okay, so first thing Ron's gonna think is that okay, since he just woke up here on the ground, obviously Dollhouse must have knocked him out. At least that's what he's assuming, and just left him here for like a day or two. So he just assumes a day or two has passed.
Yeah.
So he's gonna go look in the warehouse for any evidence on what might have transpired for now.
Okay. So as you walk into the warehouse, obviously the I would say the door, but it's really one of those sliding garage things, is down at the moment. So you start lifting up, and when you walk in, you see a very familiar face. Akia! She's in the middle of the room, slightly confused as to why there's nobody there until you open up the doors.
Oh, thank goodness, a familiar face at least.
He's immediately encased in crystal.
It's a very familiar feeling too.
IKEA, is there any reason you're Legend of Zeldaing me?
IKEA, my fault. IKEA.
Okay, look, it has been a while. He's been asleep, so
Yeah,
at least he got it that close.
that's true. Yeah. You see him.
Killed children, so I am here.
What? I thought I already proved to you that he didn't.
Sophia already explained. Yeah,
She
Sophia already
kind of, but
explained to you
like
that it was the whole thing.
she didn't. Like they
I
explained the whole
showed you
thing,
the
but I want to
children,
scare
I
the
told
shit out of
you.
him
Yeah.
first.
Ah, there you
Yeah,
go.
Scaring the
Children.
shit out of him. Let me do my thing.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm doing a thing. I got a thing.
That is the
And
last
see-
thing you remember telling. Well, you remember saying in this warehouse is that you killed kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, look. First off, I didn't actually kill the kids. I had your friend, the one that can become the giant monster. Yeah. I had her take them to a place, to another place. Like I think she. You can hear him start smacking his head as he's trying to remember.
He can't move.
She
His head
took them
can.
something. I didn't actually kill
Yeah,
them.
are you smacking your head against the crystal?
No. He's using his hand that isn't a blaster right now, just kind of smacking himself, trying to jumpstart his brain
I
because
encased you in crystal.
You're currently
dude.
encased in crystal, remember?
Except for your head.
Yeah.
uh.
I just imagine you just like.
I thought that he was like, when she said encased in crystal, I thought it meant like, he was in a dome of crystal.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Made it so you can't move.
Yeah.
So so he's like, you just see him like, shaking his head a little bit as he's like, where was it? But I know I didn't kill them. Okay, you can go ask her. Actually, call her up. But where's my phone?
Slowly but surely, a sword is going to form in her hand made out of crystal. As she starts slowly walking towards him
Are you gonna
with
kill
a
him?
smile
Bro!
on her face.
She looks like a demon on a mission to rip off your soul.
Oh my goodness! Come on, please. Oh, so this is how I die. I die of my own stupidity. Oh my god! I knew my grandma said this day would come.
Next time, she's gonna like point the sword at him.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, you want to do something as stupid as trying to infiltrate the goddamned fucking villains corporation without talking to the entire fucking team, I'm not going to be nice about it.
Noted. Yes.
In Ron's
Trust
head, all you can hear is, "This is being nice? Shit."
Okay, yes, I get your point. Yeah, it was a dumb idea anyway, but it was a spur of the moment thing, Jack. Oh shit! He starts kind of moving himself to kind of bounce around in the crystal. We gotta go after Jack.
No, we don't.
Huh? What
We need to
happened?
get you back to the academy.
Wait, what? Hang on. What?
I'm gonna drop the crystal and drop the sword
Mhm.
and start walking towards the direction of the academy.
Hey, wait a minute. now, hold on a minute. I have questions here.
Ask away. We're still walking towards the academy.
Yeah, I know. I get that. I can walk and talk at the same time, but
Are you sure?
what the hell is going on right now? The last thing I remember is a very scary dollhouse coming in out of nowhere and nearly choking me to death. I assume that's why I woke up right outside.
That's the last thing you remember?
Yeah.
You told. There's a lot of shit going on. Basically, last we heard from you, you didn't want to talk to anybody, especially not Sophia.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't remember that. I mean, it's only been about a day, right?
No, it's been much longer.
Okay, first off, how
10
much
years.
how much time am I currently missing? Because I literally just woke up right outside, like right over there, actually.
Seven
More-
months.
You've missed about, what is it, about 3
2
months you
months.
say total?
2
2
months.
months total?
He's been gone
Miss-
for almost exactly 2 months.
You've missed 2 months.
2 months and a few days.
of your memory.
He
If
kind of
what you're
stops.
saying is true.
He just stops walking for a moment. He's like, 2 months? Have I been asleep for 2 months? How could that?
No, you haven't been asleep because apparently, if you were asleep, you wouldn't have told Sophia to stop calling and then make your phone not work.
Wait. He starts searching for his phone.
Nope.
Damn it. Where did I had it right here, but I don't remember none of this.
As you are also searching, you do notice, your armor isn't on you.
Wait a minute. Yeah, because he notices that, he just assumed that it was in its the necklace form, but he's searching for, it's like, IKEA? We
It's
have a
Ak-
problem.
Yeah.
Akia, my bad. I'm sorry. I apparently have been away
Say
for
it 3
2 months.
times. 3 times. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've apparently been away for 2 months, but I'm missing my armor.
Okay.
Can't you build it?
And that's
I
important. Why?
don't think you understand the gravity of this situation. This armor was made from material that doesn't exist in this world.
Alright. We'll talk to Dollhouse about it.
Considering what happened last time, I remember messing with Dollhouse. I don't know if I want to talk to him right now.
You need to.
Punishment now or punishment later?
Not only that,
I guess I'm gonna have to eventually. But first, can I make a stop by my warehouse to make sure I didn't accidentally leave it in there?
how long will it take you?
It shouldn't take me too long. I usually keep it up in the closet.
Since you haven't been at school, I'm assuming you saying you were asleep for 2 months, you wouldn't realize Washi's dead.
He just stops like mid stride, and he's like, Zippo?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to him?
Jack the Stitcher killed him.
You just see his head fall. And Jack the Stitcher, is he still out there?
He's dead as well.
Well, at least there's that.
I'm gonna tell him about the copycat.
Maybe. I was getting there. I wanted to see his reaction to the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really know Zippo, but I was kind of starting to like, develop a friendship or something with him.
Oh yeah, you should probably also know that Jack the Stitcher's dead, but he has a copycat.
It might be that guy that... Could it be?
Yeah, it is.
I remember we ran into somebody who was a fan of Jack the Stitcher. You don't think maybe he could have started doing it ever since he found out he was dead? You know how
I literally just told you that it was him.
Oh, right, yes. Sorry, my brain going a mile a minute. It tends to do that. Also, I seem to. Wait a minute. That's not the only thing I'm missing. Actually, I'm not just missing this 2 months.
Oh.
Does he have his tattoo?
Ooh.
I think you would because it is still your physical body.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your tattoo.
Yeah, it's just that Axel wouldn't have it because he's transferred out of him.
Yeah.
He just took. Oh, the only thing he really took from him would have been the armor, so he could keep that look going.
Yeah.
But no. The thing I'm getting at here is that Ron is also realizing it's not just those last 2 months that he seems to be forgetting. He seems to have forgotten a few other things as well.
Oh. Syntax.
So, so, Kia, right? With an A and an I, right? Yes.
Yeah.
What was the name of the school we were going to again?
Mugen.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I think I've forgotten some things. What city are we in again?
I have no idea what your name is, so I'm just don't go with Greyhawk because I can.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say that.
That is slightly worrying to you that he doesn't know the city he's been for several months. It's just a little bit worrying. Mugen makes sense. The city, not so much. It's a little bit worrying.
Do you remember do you remember where you live?
I mean, I know where my armory is. What other place could there be that I live, right? Don't we all live here?
What do you remember about Mugen?
That it's a school? He just shrugs.
Do you remember any of the lessons or any of the rooms or...
I remember a monkey boy.
Of course you would. Maybe maybe my teacher can help figure out why you're missing memory.
Doesn't make any sense though, but
let's just hurry up and get to the school. They'll be able to help us more than on our own.
Right. Oh, but first, let me take a quick stop by my warehouse for a second.
No time for that. We're going now. Hop on. I changed into a horse.
You just see him stop and stare at you. He's like, "The fuck?"
Ah, yes. Ride hard, put away wet, Ron.
I'm looking at cat memes, and that's the first thing that I hear when I pay attention.
Samuel's concerned. Alright, I'm just gonna
Holy
explain
shit.
kind of gist of what happens here, so we can
I
start
would
from
try
the.
to have. I would also, seeing as we're going back to Mugen,
Mhm.
I am assuming Tanya would also be there, depending on the time of day. If not, I would contact Tanya to meet at the school.
Mhm. Alright,
Sure.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
she'd be
so
there.
essentially what happens, I'm just gonna kind of speed through it because we are over time at the moment, is y'all get to the school. You inform kind of Dollhouse and the other people what kind of happened. The fact that Ron's
Sup,
been
thoughts?
yeah, Ron's been missing for so long. Ron can't seem to fill in the blanks. I don't think there's anyone who really knows memory in this thing except for maybe Tanya with her magic. Corin, would
So-
Tanya be able to figure out the memory thing?
I mean, we've already mentioned that she could have done it with Axel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's already
she probably
established
played
that
with
she had
it.
that ability.
Would she explain that though?
Well, it's a question whether or not he'd be interested.
Mhm.
He'd be like,
I
well,
mean, yeah, he seems to
I
be
guess.
missing a lot of his memory, at least it seems. So of course he want to figure out what's going on.
Should have scratched the back of her head. I can try and examine the gaps, but it's a complicated sort of situation. Would Axel have explicitly requested that Tanya not tell Ron about him?
Oh yes, because he wants that to be. Yes, Axel would not want him to know about it because he wants it. He wants their moment when he meets them to be like the proper moment.
Mhm.
Besides,
I was gonna say,
okay, so I might. Because this is sad because this is why I kind of wanted to do the Axel thing first, so that's why we would have this explanation for this moment that came up here.
Mhm.
Because this is an idea that has been bouncing in my head for a while.
Mhm.
But I guess we can get a. I guess I can give like a little bit of a
Yeah, we'll go into
hint
the
at
full
it.
discussion tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna.
so
So yeah, Keen, I'm just gonna hurry up and text you this
Yeah, you
thing here, this idea I have, so she can understand. You can understand what I'm going with.
But yeah, so for now it's
I'm
no.
oddly reluctant to restore your memories, stating that due to an agreement she made, due to a deal that she made, a contract really, she can't
Yeah.
go easily clearing up your headspace.
Can't fix up people's memories properly. Yeah, so kind of explains that. Dollhouse, anything specific you want to explain to Ron? Overview,
No.
basically. Okay, it's just. Oh, you've been
Dollhouse
gone.
looked at him, went, "Oh, hey, you're back," and continued on with his day. He's busy.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay, he does have to deal with paperwork that he missed a week's worth of paperwork
Yeah,
in
that's
the
fair.
busiest time of the year. He's probably been doing nothing but swamped with paperwork for months.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so yeah, you basically at that.
Yeah, we'll make it easier on him.
Huh?
Tanya's gonna make that easier on him. He's
Yeah.
basically got an assistant.
Nice. And so that's kind of, you guys kind of explain kind of what's been happening as of the last couple of months. And then Ron gets specifically told by probably the professor that unfortunately he's not accepted into the UA's sports festival for obvious reasons. Mainly the fact that he's been gone for so
The
long.
application's closed, like,
And
2
also the
months
fact that
ago.
his fucking armor's missing, he would get fucking annihilated. He's basically
Yeah.
a normal person right now.
And because applications closed down a few months ago and stuff like that. So you can stay here and get some proper training. However, since you don't have any armor or any tools or anything.
Also, this is something that I need to put out here before we end this though.
Uh-huh.
When Ron realizes what this actual school is about now, he is actually shocked. It's like, wait, there are superheroes?
It's just
Tanya's going to give a
silence.
deep, belabored sigh. The sort of sigh that you only really give if you are currently dealing with the negative fallout of someone else's bad decisions.
You just see Dollhouse like look at her, and just the look of, I know where this is going, but I'm trying to not laugh. It's just all over his face.
It's legitimate confusion for a
I
bunch of
understand your
people.
pain, but from the outside, it's still funny.
The teacher, principal does say, though, that if you wish to, he can show you kind of the ins and outs of kind of how to, I guess, guide people, more or less, which is what people without quirks like him are tend to do. And you can also stay with him at the stands for the sports festival and watch it go on as it happens. If you don't know what superheroes are, you'll get to watch them in action. What's that going?
Oh. So, Sin.
Did somebody say Stan?
What was that going?
Okay, so are any of the major heroes from My Hero Academia here right now?
Here, no. They went back a few months ago.
Area,
All right. Okay.
They went, yeah, they were only there for a week.
So would it have been mentioned that at this thing, like heroes like All Might and stuff would be making appearances?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All Might, Endeavor, UA students and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so here's gonna be the massive kicker for everybody. Ron is looking at everyone, totally confused, and asks, "Who is All Might?"
Wow.
I pull out my notebook
Oh no.
and I walk up to him
It's time for a study session, ladies and
and
gentlemen.
I smack him on the head with it and hand it to him.
Okay, so here's the thing, though.
Huh?
You guys should know that, especially since the beginning of this thing,
Mhm.
Ron knew who All Might and Deku were.
Mhm.
Now he doesn't.
Yeah, the memory is real
Easily
weird.
be able to talk about that.
hmm
His name was Washington.
That's the hint.
Oh.
He doesn't know now.
Yep. All right, and basically that's just kind of what you guys deal with for the next couple of months is trying to re-explain things to Ron. Ron's trying to come to terms with the fact that he has no armor, he has no weapons. The only thing he really has is a sword that he doesn't really know how to use very well. And he can't.
He just knows that there's something. He knows that there's something it can do again, but he'd have to restudy it again. He just he knows this is his sword. He just needs to figure out what it does again.
Yep. And so you kind of. And so you guys kind of.
Together, this...
What?
Oh, go ahead.
There's some
No, you go.
Jumpchain going on in the background.
Funky chunk. But yeah, so you guys kind of, I guess become friends again, more or less. Possibly with Akia beating the crap out of him, but we'll see. And, yeah, so y'all kind of go through that. Next, couple months go, next 2 months or so go. You guys train, you guys get prepared, and the beginning of the Forts Festival. Yes, the Sports Festival.
The Forts Festival.
Forts Festival, yeah, that's the word. The beginning of the Sports Festival.
Me a good festival.
Huh?
This dinosaur plated me.
I love me a good festival.
God, the Sports Festival. God, just. Hold on. Let me know.
And it's fine.
Say it slowly.
I got some water in my gullet. The Sports Festival has started.
Festival.
Yes, has started. You guys are kind of ushered in there, explained, the rules, and basically, you guys, the first day, shut up, Zero. It's gonna be English major soon. The thing starts, the first day is actually fairly nice. You guys, it's, doing a bunch of festival activities. There's a lot of carnival food, there's a lot of interesting people to meet, a lot of heroes to talk to, and all that other fun stuff. And you guys get to do some team building exercises and be able to interact with each other. And it's basically just a bunch of games and fun. What?
Trust falls.
Just Falls. And the first day of the sports festival finishes with absolutely no instance whatsoever. It's,
Wow.
yeah, the most.
Must be for tomorrow.
Yeah. But if you guys want to find out what is going to happen in this wonderful conclusion, come join us next week at 6 p.m. PST for Jumpchain Heroes as we do the sports festival. And again, for all of you who are watching, we're going to be continuing the videos from Heroes to Villains. The Villains are at 7 p.m. PST to about 9 p.m. PST on Wednesdays. And Zero will be there next week. Huh?
I thought we were Vigilantes.
Yeah, Vigilantes and Syndicate. Yeah, but come join us next week and we'll be kind of flowing those videos. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. PST, we're going to be discussing what's going to be happening with Ron's character, with Roset's character, and
If
Rogue's
you all
character.
watch the episode tomorrow, you're going to find out what exactly is going on with Ron because Axel did some right fuck.
There's some weird ass stuff going on. And we shall see all of you fine folks there.
Right out now, so
as-
Alvita Sand
Yep.
and Ron Drakengard is great.
Now remember, folks, if you're interested in our content here, feel free to hit the follow button so you guys can watch us when we do our weird nightly streams, which we do sometimes and not. And Zero, you may get to meet Ron next session, possibly. Is a
Oh,
possibility.
right, yeah. My guy is actually there now. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
He's
one
gonna
day.
actually meet Mr. Turk properly.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and we will see all of you fine folks next week. Bye!
Done it!